Good morning students, welcome to online classes. This is Mrs. H.P. Kesadhavi handling mathematics from Vagdevi College. Okay, with reference to the previous class, in the previous class we studied section formula. Do you remember section formula? So in particular cases, case 1, if OR divides line PQ, you can say vector here instead of line. In line also the same kind of formula you come across. So here let me put vector PQ internally in the ratio m is to n. Okay, in that case OR R vector is given by mb plus na divided by m plus n. Okay. So with respect to the next case, if the line OR divides PQ externally, OR vector divides vector PQ externally, then how can we find out position vector or by the formula? Same kind of formula, in between minus sign will be there, that's it. mb minus na divided by m minus n. So using this formula, one more we can be finding. If case 3 you can make, if OR vector divides vector PQ in two equal parts. So the midpoint formula you can say midpoint. You can just note it down as midpoint. Okay. Midpoint means what? Do you remember? This was O, P, A, O, Q, vector B, and line joining, this is PQ, line joining, vector joining PQ, and OR, it divides exactly half at the midpoint. So this is, okay. Then what will be the R? This is the question. As you know, exactly half means, what was the thing we took in the case of internally section formula? If it becomes internal section formula, then m and n. Here both are equal means you can take m and m or n and n. Your choice. Both are equal. Okay. So here what I will take? M and n are equal. So is it with reference to the case 1? It divides PQ vector internally. Am I right? Internally means out of these two cases, which formula is applicable? This formula. So shall we apply this formula and get the result for R? MB. We put first this formula. Then we will replace m by n or n by m. You can take any option. Here wherever n is there, I will be taking that as m because both are equal. mb plus, instead of n, what I will take? m a. And this is m plus, instead of n, I need to take m. Am I right? So m plus m is equal to 2m, and check it here in the numerator part. You can take m common, and in the parenthesis you find b plus a, the vector. Further simplification, in that m is going to be cancelled, and you find position vector OR vector R as b plus a divided by 2, where b is a vector, a is a vector. Okay. So with reference to this section formula, midpoint formula, this is said to be midpoint formula. Internal section, externally midpoint. So with reference to this theory, we are having few questions from the exercise. We will try to solve those questions. Okay. So example, these examples I am collecting it from the exercise. Solved example you can refer by yourself. If any queries are there, you can just have a discussion. Okay. Find the position vector of the midpoint of the vector joining P 2, 3, 4 components are given and Q 1 minus 2, 4, 1 minus 2. Yes. So this is the question. What is asked? Midpoint. How is it? PQ line is there. This is P to Q. P, the coordinates or the components, you can take it as 4, 1 minus 2. So what can you take? P, it was like A, no? Okay. Now make a vector expression from this point 4i plus 1j minus 2k. Don't forget to put arrow mark because it's a vector. And Q with the components, directional components 4, 1 minus 2. So with that the second vector B, it happens to be 4i plus 1j minus 2k. Am I right? This is how you have to make two vectors by the given components if it is in component form. Okay. Next, midpoint they are saying. Midpoint means which formula? Directly this formula you can apply. So midpoint, what are they saying? From O to P is A, O to B is Q is B, and O to R is R, and this R line, no, vector, it divides PQ in two equal parts. So this will be like midpoint. This will be like midpoint. Suppose Q, let me take this as R, QR is equal to PR. If you go in the direction, PR is equal to RQ. Anyways, M equal to L. So it divides in which ratio? That we are considering. Midpoint formula. So what are we supposed to follow? R is equal to vector R is equal to vector B plus vector A divided by 2. You can even write A plus B by 2. That is also true. R vector is equal to, just make the addition component wise, 4 plus 4, 8i, and this one 1j. So 1j plus 1j is equal to 2j, and here check with this minus 4k arrow because vector divided by 2, no, whole divided by 2. Now what I will do, I will write this denominator separately. I will put this denominator to each and every term of the numerator. Divided by 2, 2j by 2, next minus 4k by 2, like this. Okay. And what will be the final answer? R is equal to, just make the cancellation because cancellation is possible here, is it? 4i. Am I right? 2 and 2 are getting cancelled. You get plus 1 j. Next 2 and 4 minus 2k. So this is what the answer required is. Got it? It's a position vector r. Why we have taken midpoint formula? Because they are saying it cuts into two parts. That vector or cuts PQ into two parts. That's why midpoint formula is applicable. If it is like it makes the sections internally in the ratio or externally in the ratio m is to n, it will be given very clearly. Accordingly, we need to use the formula. So one of the example here, let me consider from the question. Find angle between so this is regarding angle. Let me take angle this question in the end. Okay, we are just discussing which one? Section formula. Let me take one more example from the section formula. Afterwards we will just go through finding angle. So find position vector of a point R which divides the line joining so that angle between that option is also there, but we are going to deal with in the next. Okay, not now. Let me finish off the question on section formula. Next we will take that angle between two vectors, right? So which divides the line joining, where is it? 2 points. 2 points P and Q whose position vectors are what? I 2j minus k and minus I plus j plus k respectively. Respectively means, so this is for P and this one is for Q. Got it? In the ratio 2:1, first sub question internally, second sub question externally. This is very simple. I hope you can solve it by yourself. Am I right? Can you solve it by yourself? What all the data is given? Tell me. Find position vector of a point R which divides. Means R. It means OR. OR is to be determinant. Okay. And what is this? Position vector. What are we taking this as? R. Line join, vector joining PQ whose position vectors are P. Position vector of P means what? A. A is given. I 2j minus k. Okay. Next, second, B is given. Minus I plus j plus k. Next, ratio is given. Check with this. 2:1. So what is the ratio? M:n. This is what we are taking in the formula. No? So let us compare with M:n. M is 2 and n equal to 1. Am I right? M is 2 and n equal to 1. So internally they are saying, let us solve for the first sub question. Second question you take it as homework. Okay. So first question is about the internal section. Internally means R is given by MB plus NA, M plus N. These are the vectors. Okay. equal to, continued here, m is 2, b, what is b? B here we have mentioned, say second vector, minus I plus j plus k, that way. Okay. N, what is n? N is nothing but 1, am I right? And what is a? A is the first position vector, what that is mentioned in the question, 1I plus 2j minus k. Divided by what? M plus n. Is it not? Divided by m plus n. This is 2 plus 1. If you solve for this though, you will be finding position vector, which is the answer required. Got it? So let us solve for this. Can it go for the direct simplification? Check with this. 2 into minus 1 minus 2i plus 1i. How much it will be? Minus. Am I right? Next. 2 into 1, 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4j. Next. 2 into k, 2k. 1 into minus k, 2 minus 1, that is plus 1k. Divided by 2 plus 1 is 3, so that I will take it as like 3 divided by 3 divided by 3, you can. Why we have to separate? Because vector, the components must be separately mentioned, expressed, then only you can say it is x component, y component, z component. Then the whole divided by 3 means again, if it is asked what is x component, then again we have to separate and make the comparison. So before that, if we write it separately in the component form, it will be easy and it will be like vector, position, vector, what are they asking for. So this is the answer. Second question. Check this, student. Second, this all data will remain same. No doubt in that. But externally means, check with this formula, externally, what was this? M b minus n a divided by m minus n. Okay. So, here, with this formula, minus, here it appears. So, minus, make the simplification, get the answer, that will be the position vector r. Is it very simple? Okay? Fine. Now we will start understanding operations on vectors, product of vectors. There are two types of products of vectors. One is scalar product. One more is vector product. Okay. So now we will be checking with this scalar in the sense it can be also said as dot product. Okay. So let me write here scalar or dot product. It is reference. So here in the first case a dot b, why we say dot product, you know? If there is a vector a and vector b, this is theta, a dot b is given by magnitude a, magnitude b into cos theta. Okay, this is dot product. What is vector product? No, that we will study later. That will be a cross b. So more in detail of vector product we will study later after finishing this dot product. Okay. A dot b is. So with this, no, you can check I dot j, I dot k. So what will be the answer? That we will check. I dot I means this is I cap. This is also I cap. Cos B between I and I, the angle will be what? 0 degree. Is it? So this is cos 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. And it's a unit vector. Unit vector means its value will be 1. And its value will be 1. So the final answer is 1 into 1 into 1. This is 1. Okay. Similarly, here, check it. I, J, magnitude or length, its value, cos. This is important. Between I and J, say, I means what? Along x-axis, the direction component, this is I. J means what? Along y-axis, component J. Okay? And the angle between these two will be what? 90 degree. Am I right? 90 degree means what I have to write here? The theta as, this theta is equal to 90 degree. 90 degree, it is nothing but 0. 0 into anything, it vanishes, you will be getting it as 0. Similarly, I dot k it is, k. I dot k means with I and k, the direction with respect to z axis, here also it will be 90 degree and this will be 0. Similarly, J dot J, J dot I, J dot K. J dot J, theta will be 0, cos 0 is 1. With this same concept, you are going to get the answer it as 1. But between these two, angle will be 90 degree, cos 90 degree, 0, 0 into anything, it vanishes. And here, this also vanishes because of the degree angle made between these two is 90 degree. So with respect to k, we will check k dot I, k dot J, k dot k. So k dot k, as usual, you might have understood. So the concept here, because of angle 0 degree, cos 0, it turns to be 1. So from this, what can we extract? I dot I is equal to 1. J dot J is equal to 1. K dot K is equal to 1. Is it? And if I multiply I means multiplication of product means multiplication. If I multiply J, then you will be getting 0. So with I, except I, if you multiply with I, then the answer will be 0. With J, if you multiply with J, dot product will be 1. Other than J, whatever you find the combination, no, it will be 0. So with the combination K and K, it will be 1. With the other combination, with K, the other than K, means I and J, if it appears, then what the answer it will be? 0. So this is what? The thing. A dot A is equal to A square. Okay? So this is the thing. And here, I will make you understand with one example why it is said to be scalar product or dot product. Suppose A is equal to 2I minus 3J plus 1K. B is equal to I plus 2J minus 3K. Then if you are asked to find out A dot B means A given, okay, A, this is A, dot, so in multiplication we used to put no, 2 into 3 we say, 2 into 3 this also we say, is it? So here in multiplication it is okay with respect to the numbers, 2 into 3 is 6, 2.3 means 2 into 3 like it is, this is also 6. But in vectors no, dot product will be different, vector product, cross product will be different. This is cross product. This is scalar means dot product. Okay. Vector product means A cross B. A cross B will be different. This is vector quantity. But A dot B is a scalar quantity. This is why I am going to make you understand with the example. A dot B, what you get? scalar. Scalar means which is free from I, J and K. I, J, K will not be there. Okay, one quantity you will get. If you get a constant, then we say that as a scalar. So how we get scalar? Let us check. So in vector algebra, dot is different, cross is different. Please do remember. You are not supposed to write anything to any of the operations on vector. If dot product is asked, this is dot B. B means what? I given vector. Now as usual, this is A, this is B. You just go on multiplying. Open the bracket with the known concept. As you know how to open the bracket, see. 2I into I. 2I dot I. Into I should not. Dot. 2I dot I. Okay. Next. What will be the answer here? I dot I is equal to 1. Correct? This is 2 into 1 equal to 2. Next. 2I dot j. In between plus sign. Plus 2I dot j. But as you know, I dot j is equal to 0. 0 into anything? 0. So this is 0. So with respect to 3k, 2I dot minus 3k. I dot k you get, no? So this will be minus 2 into 3I dot k. So 2 3s are 6. Can I write it directly? Again, if I write cross, you will be under confusion. That's why 2 3s are 6. Plus into minus is minus. I dot k. This is I dot k. I dot k is 0. Say I to I. Only this operation gives you a number. It may be 0, it may not be. But with I the combination j and k, always it turns to be 0. Next, with respect to this, we have to make minus 3 into, minus 3 into, minus 3 into. In that case, j into I 0, j into j 1, j into k will be 0. So, instead of going in that much detail, what can we do, you know? We just can write the answer directly. Check with this, what the answer will be. I will combine I with I. 2 into 1, that is 2. I dot I is 1. So that I will not write. 2 into 1 is 2. Next, group these two, j and j. Minus 3 into 2 is minus 6. J dot j is 1. J dot k, j dot I turns to be 0. That we will discard. We will neglect. We will not write. Simply waste of time it is. Next, this one. K into k. 1 into minus 3 is minus 3. K dot k is equal to 1. So this is what the answer you find. 2 minus 9 is minus 7. Okay. Now tell me, minus 7, is it a constant or not? Do you find ijk here? Ijk are there or what? It's not there. If ijk are there, then we would have told that the given obtained quantity is a vector quantity. If ijk are not there, means it is a scalar quantity. Am I right? Scalar product, dot product, scalar product. So what are you going to say from this example? A dot B gives scalar quantity. Okay. So from the basic formula of a dot product, what was that? A dot B is equal to value A, value B, cos theta. Am I right? So from this theorem only, what can you say cos theta is equal to? Let this be as it is here only. These two we will take at the LHS. So what do you get? A dot B Every time you put the vector. Even if I forget, no, please, you people don't forget to put the vector arrow divided by magnitude A, magnitude B. So this is formula to find the angle. Again from this, what can you say? Theta is equal to only theta. So this one, no, cos inverse, if you take at the RHS, you get cos. If you take in the RHS, it will be cos inverse. Cos inverse of what? A dot B by value A, value B. So from this formula, you can say if cos angle, find the cos angle means this formula, find angle means this formula, find dot product means this formula. Okay, now let me make you understand angle, how to find out using dot product by the question. So the question is to find angle. Find angle between two vectors I, j plus k and 7i plus 2j plus 3k. Okay, what are they asking? Find angle between. Okay, as you are aware of trigonometric ratios, cos 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, standard angles you are doing, no? So it may appear in terms of standard angles, it may not appear. Okay, in that case what you have to do? You have to write as it is, need not to worry. So angle you are asked to find is theta is equal to, first I will put the formula cos inverse A dot B by A by B value. So let me continue further. Cos inverse A dot B. What is A? Let me write that. First example, no? Let me write it in detail. 7i plus 2j plus 3k divided by magnitude A, length A. It means what? Under square root 1 its square, 1 its square, 1 its square. Next, magnitude B. This is B, no? Our B it is. So 7 its square, 2 the square, 3 the square. So here, put the parenthesis. Completed. Cos inverse. Let us simplify for what the answer you get. No, that will be the angle between two vectors A and B. That's it. Okay. I to I. Make the connection and just simplify. 7 into 1 is 7. J to J. 2 into 1, 2. 1 K to K, that is plus 3 divided by. Is this root 3? Are you understanding? 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3, root 3. So what you get here? Root 49 plus 4 plus 9. So what is the answer? This is 58 plus 4 is equal to 62. Is it? Is it 62? Okay. So further we can add up the numerals. 7 plus 3, 10, 12 divided by root 3, root 62. Further cancellation, it is your choice. You can just go through root 62, just take it out. Any further simplest form, can it be reduced or what? Then you can conclude. So here it was a general example to make you aware of every time you will not be getting standard angle. It may be other than that also. So theta is equal to cos inverse this much. Got it? This is how you have to find out the angle. In the next question we will check. Sometimes it appears in the standard angles. So how to reduce it to standard angles, that we will study. How to get the angle. Okay? Okay students, continue to the concept angle between the two vectors. So two vectors with the magnitude it is given here. in the solution part. Magnitude A or the value of A is equal to root 3. Magnitude B is equal to 2 and A dot B is also provided, that is root 6. As you know, angle you can take which formula, theta is equal to cos inverse, is it A dot B by value of A, value of B. So this is the formula, cos inverse. Magnitude A is given, okay, that is root 3. Magnitude B is 2. A dot B it is equal to root 6. Am I right? Okay. Cos inverse. These two, if I take together, it will be root 6 by 3. Am I right? Divided by 2. But in the square root sign, on cancelling the factors, what you get? Root 2 by 2. Is this fine? And on cancelling one root 2 from this 2, it can be written as root 2 into root 2 now. Let me continue here. Cos inverse root 2. 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. So cancellation, and what you find? Cos inverse 1 by root 2. So for which standard angle it will be 1 by root 2. If it is known, you just declare, otherwise this is also sufficient. As we are aware of standard angles, few standard angles are there. 45 degree, check. Cos 45 degree, is it 1 by root 2? So what can you say? Theta is equal to 45 degree, or else in terms of pi, if at all you are supposed to write, means pi by 4. Is it? Pi by 4, 45 degree or pi by 4. Okay. So in the previous example, we didn't try further. We just declared at this step as the answer. Theta is equal to cos inverse, because it was not possible to find out the standard angle. So don't think that apart from 0, 30, 60 degree, you don't have any other angle. 1 degree is there, 1.2 degree is there, 3 degree is there, 4 degree is there, 71 degree, 32 minutes. Like that, it is a continuous stretch till infinity. Is it? So out of that infinite values, we will be remembering only few standard angles like 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree, 90, 180, 360, 270, like that. So it is not possible to remember all the values, no? That's why few we are knowing. If we know, write the standard angle. If it appears to be in standard angle, you write in terms of that. Otherwise, as we did in previous example, the same way you can just wind it up as a conclusion. Okay. Now, the projection concept we will try to study. See, projection is nothing but P means projection of a vector AB on directed line L with magnitude AB cos theta is P. See, this is one directed line. Okay. AB is one vector and it is making angle theta in an anti-clockwise direction with line L. Okay, if you take a perpendicular line, it comes and meets at the point C on L. So that AC is said to be projection. AB is a vector. Its projection is what? AC, that is P. Now here you check. AB is a vector. It lies in the second quadrant like this. Second quadrant. This will be in first quadrant. This will be in third quadrant. This will be in what? Fourth quadrant. See the line. Let me highlight here. Will that be okay? Is it to understand actually? So this is our vector. P, where it lies? Here. The left side, AB, it makes angle theta. Here angle theta, if it lies here, suppose angle theta, how are we going to consider? This way. And if it lies in the fourth quadrant, angle theta will be this way. So here it is theta, here see it is written, and this is AB. A, B. So this is what it is mentioned in words. Projection of AB on a directed line L is P. And a simple formula to find the projection of AB on line L is A dot P. This is formula to be applied if projection of AB on L is asked. This P is unit vector. So you know how to write a unit vector. P vector upon value of P. This we already tried many examples to find unit vector. Unit to vector, vector to unit vector. So A dot P. These two together and this one the value is the projection of here this projection. So with reference to this, let me write a few formula here. Projection of vector A on vector B is given by A dot B divided by value B. Please do remember, on B means divided by B. Denominator B, it has to be appear. Projection of B on A. It also may happen, no? B on A. In this case, what? On A. On A means, I think you understood? Yes, you are correct. This is divided by A. You write A dot B or B dot A. It gives the same result as dot product is commutative. Okay. A dot B is equal to B dot A. One or the other way, in both the cases you will be getting same answer. So here A dot B it remains same or B dot A, it is your choice. On which line, that you have to concentrate on. On B means divided by B, on A means divided by A. Okay, I think this is sufficient for today's session. We will continue in the next class. Let me come with a few examples on the projection of A and B. In the next class, we are going to solve number of examples. Till then, take care.